breaking down the most up-to-date list of the top 20 best weapons in Black Ops 6 Zombies. This will include a full breakdown of the gun's meta build in the Gunsmith that I've spent tons of hours testing across the Tomb, Citadel, and the launch maps. So if you find it at all useful, let me and YouTube know by clicking that thumbs up button down below, and if you disagree or have other weapon suggestions in the comments, then please drop them below. But kicking things off, one of the best new weapons to use with the Season 2 update in Zombies is the Fang LMG. This is a fully auto LMG with a very slow rate of fire, but it has amazing damage and handling. At max rarity and triple pack-a-punch, it is able to do nearly 15,000 critical damage for the first hit. Unlike the other LMGs in this game, this has an incredible amount of mobility where it feels like you're using an assault rifle, but you have the damage of an LMG. It honestly might be up there as one of the best LMGs in Zombies now. It is just absolutely incredible, and the damage with the criticals does not fall off in the higher rounds as you would normally see with other LMGs. In the meta build, you get 150 bullets per magazine, so a ton of ammo to just continuously spray at the undead. And it is an incredibly versatile weapon that you can use in any scenario. Like, it has no trouble at all taking out the elite zombies if you're going for the golden armor on the Tomb. And even when it comes to using it as a boss fight weapon on the Tomb, it is really, really good, as it just has such high damage for taking out those elites. And with its ammo capacity, you will never be running out of ammo with this, and you've got loads to use against the undead. It is highly worth unlocking and ranking up to at least a level 32, so you can use my meta loadout, which is the compensator muzzle, but you could replace with the suppressor, reinforced barrel, ranger foregrip, extended mag 2, infiltrator stock, steady aim laser, and the rapid fire mod to increase what is a slow rate of fire already to a much more reasonable rate. Another incredible weapon you should use in Black Ops 6 Zombies is the AMR Mod 4 Sniper Rifle, also known as the Barrett 50 cal. This is easily within the top 3 strongest weapons in the game without question, as you are able to do about 36,000 critical damage if you land it when it's triple papped at max rarity. And what makes the AMR Mod 4 so unique is just how fast its fire rate is, where it can just unload all 16 of those 50 cal bullets in its magazine super duper quick, making it so versatile for using both long range and close quarter engagements where you can literally spam it without even having to ADS. It shares some of the characteristics of some of the most powerful weapons in the game, but in a sniper version. Incredible for spamming to take out elites really quickly, and it's so much fun to use. And I'd also argue it is second best weapon to use in the Tomb's boss fight, as it does the highest damage in the game, alongside the ASG shotgun of 4,000 damage to the Sentinel artifacts. With that fire rate, it can be used to absolutely spam damage at the bosses incredibly quickly, where you can do between 20 and 39,000 critical damage. The only downside is its slightly small magazine, where it can have a max of 16 bullets per mag. So you'll definitely want to pair this with Speed Cola as well as Deadshot Daiquiri to get the absolute best out of it, but it's an incredible weapon. Diving into the loadout, I run it with the Kepler Microflex muzzle brake, but you could also swap this for the suppressor, reinforced barrel, marksman pad, extended mag 2, quick draw grip, light riser, and rapid fire. The next guns on the list are the GS45 pistols Akimbo. Now, I feel like Treyarch are trying to nerf how good these are, as with the release of the Tomb, these weapons cannot be found anywhere as a wall buy. It's the first map to not have them as a wall buy in the spawn room, let alone anywhere on the map itself apart from the mystery box, and these are just as deadly as they've ever been before in any other Black Ops 6 Zombies map. As you can see here on round 37, they are still incredibly good for taking out massive hordes of zombies and with incredible amounts of damage to just unload at elite bosses with no real trouble at all. The only downside to these weapons on the Tomb specifically is that the boss fight itself is literally invulnerable to explosive damage, so these are useless against the boss fight, but against any other enemy within this map, be it zombies, elites, parasites, it's just incredible. Crowd control is no issue at all with these, and these are fantastic as a secondary or backup weapon if you're going to be going for a fairly high round on any map in the game. You're going to have to level these up to around level 30 plus, however, because the loadout is the suppressor muzzle, the extended mag 2, the Akimbo GS45 stock, steady aim laser, and rapid fire. But without question, one of the best weapons in Black Ops 6 Zombies by far is the ASG shotgun. Especially for the tomb, it is 100% the meta gun to use for everything in this map, including the final boss. It's always been an incredibly versatile meta weapon to use inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies, as it has a massive 40-round magazine before you need to reload. It has an incredibly fast fire rate, able to pump out extreme critical damage super quickly. Regardless of what map you choose to use this on, it will always be one of the best weapons in the game, especially for the Tombs boss fight. This is 100% the quintessential weapon to use against the Sentinel artifacts, but this is also incredible for the Terminus boss fight. It's great for the Citadel Daymore boss fight. Liberty Falls, obviously. I think this is going to be contender for one of the best weapons in the game. No matter how many new weapons get added or new Zombies DLC maps, this will always be one of the kings. Diving into the loadout, you want to run it with the Suppressor Muzzle, CHF Barrel, Ranger Foregrip, Extended Mag 2, Commando Grip, Light Stock, Steady Aim Laser, and then Rapid Fire, so this thing can shoot as quickly as possible. Another incredible weapon in Black Ops 6 Zombies is the Sirin 9mm. This is such a unique weapon because it's in its own category of weapon class, being special, where it's a hybrid between an AR and an SMG. Having absolutely incredible critical damage, being able to do 10,000 critical damage with Deadshot. It is so mobile. It is just such a hard-hitting weapon that it can easily tear through crowds and crowds of zombies with little to no trouble at all. And it also just manages to pummel out insane critical damage to elites and bosses as well. The only downside to this weapon is that it doesn't have a big magazine size, only having 64 once you've got it Pack-a-Punch and at its highest rarity. So you'll be reloading pretty often, so you definitely want to pair this with Speed Cola, but with Stamina Up as well, you'll just be zooming around the maps with absolute ease. So jumping in with the loadout, I run it with the Iron Sight Optic, Suppressor Muzzle, Long Barrel, Vertical Foregrip, and Extended Mag 1. But there is a new contender for the best AR in Black Ops 6 Zombies, and this is the brand new Cipher 91 AR added with Season 2. This feels like it combines quite a few other ARs inside of Black Ops 6, as well as previous games like the Fafar, to create a really robust, really good handling AR with a ton of damage and a lot of ammo, where when max rarity and upgraded, you'll have 120 bullets per magazine. You'll be zooming around the map even without stamina, and it is able to do just short of 9,000 critical damage per headshot to a zombie with the Deadshot Daiquiri perk and augments. Compared to some of the other ARs in the game, it has a slightly slower rate of fire, but it's balanced by having amazing mobility, and it has really great handling, so it's a really easy assault rifle to use. And it's up there as potentially the strongest AR in terms of damage in Black Ops 6 Zombies. So diving into the loadout, you want to run it with the Kevlar Microflex, Suppressor Muzzle, Long Barrel, Ranger Foregrip, Extended Mag 2, Light Stock, Strelok Laser, and the Rapid Fire Fire Mod. Now, an SMG that is truly slept on in Black Ops 6 Zombies is the Kompakt SMG. This is specifically when it's paired with the 3-round burst mod. At max rarity, it is able to do so much damage, and the 3-round burst mod seems like it just adds enhanced damage, making this even more deadly than its fully auto counterpart. There aren't many SMGs in Black Ops 6 Zombies that really stand out as being really strong, but this definitely tops my list. Being able to do 9,280 critical damage for first landed headshot, this thing is not only really fun to use, but also packs a lot of damage and is incredibly mobile. It feels like a MP5. I was really surprised at how good this was when combining this combination together, and I definitely recommend you give this a go, as it might just be one of the best SMGs in Black Ops 6 Zombies. So diving into the loadout, you want to run it with the Suppressor Muzzle, Extended Mag 3, Quick Draw Grip, No Stock for that extra aiming speed and movement, Steady Aim Laser, and then the 3-round burst mod. And looking at the stats, this increases its hip fire spread, the damage range, and its damage with a slight negation to fire rate. If you can keep spamming the trigger, you'll be shooting faster than the normal fire rate. But do remember, putting on the 3-round burst mod blocks underbarrel and barrel attachments. One of the best SMGs in Black Ops 6 Zombies got an upgrade in Season 2, as the Tanto 22 is now even better with the brand new binary trigger mod that changes it from a fully auto to a burst fire. Already the Tanto is one of the best SMGs in the game, it's extremely popular among speedrunners for its really high damage and fast fire rate and incredible mobility to use very early on at the start of BO6. But the binary trigger just enhances that even more, slightly altering how fast this weapon can fire, where in theory you can shoot this weapon faster with the binary trigger than when fully auto, allowing you to put even more damage in quicker. Diving into the loadout, I run it with the Kevlar Microflex, suppressor muzzle, extended mag 2, no stock, Strelok laser, and then that binary trigger fire mod. Although if you don't want the binary trigger, you could instead replace it with the rapid fire mod, and then throw on the CHF barrel or reinforced barrel, as well as a vertical foregrip underbarrel. Now this might just be one of the fastest firing weapons in all of Black Ops 6 Zombies, and it packs a ton of damage too, that being the PU-21 LMG. When fully upgraded at max rarity, this can hold a staggering 250 bullets per magazine. And because of that, has the ability to just rain fire down on a massive horde of zombies for what feels like an eternity. Combined with all the other attachments, this has such an insane fire rate. Combined with some amazing damage, you'll be able to do about 8,000 critical damage to the first headshot. And for a heavy weapon, you have really good mobility with this, and you don't feel too clunky. So diving into loadout, you want to run it with the DM392 hollow optic, suppressor muzzle, gain twist barrel, vertical foregrip, extended mag 2, quick draw grip, infiltrator stock, and the fast motion laser. But you'll definitely want to try out this absolute monster in Black Ops 6 Zombies, the LR762 Sniper, because once it's upgraded, it has a new pack-a-punched ability where it becomes fully explosive, where you are no longer using this like a normal sniper rifle, as you can literally aim down at the floor and just cause absolute devastation. Bearing in mind that you always have PhD flopper when using this. You can gather up massive hordes of normal zombies and elites and simply just shoot at the floor, doing absolutely insane damage. We're talking 69,000 critical damage to an elite if you manage to shoot them in a critical spot, where with an explosive weapon like this, it's a little bit difficult, but if you do ADS and you are very precise with your shots, you will still be able to hit those. But the beauty of this is you don't even need to aim. You can just spam at the floor to your heart's content. You've got 20 rounds before you need to reload. Its fire rate is a little bit on the slower side, but I think that balances out how OP this gun really is, and it is just so much fun to use. You'll easily be able to get to about round 40 plus using this weapon. And for a map like the Tomb, it is super easy to just train around the spawn room, just spamming this thing, taking out all of the zombies. The only downside is that this will be useless against the Tomb's boss fight, so I wouldn't recommend it for that, but anything else is pretty dang good. The loadout you want to run with this is the Kevlar Microflex, the muzzle brake muzzle, but you can swap that for a suppressor, the lightweight handguard, extended mag 2, quick draw grip, balanced stock, target laser, and then rapid fire to increase that fire rate. But this might just be the best LMG in Black Ops 6 Zombies right now, especially for the Tomb, and that is the GPMG7. It's immediately a wall buy down in the subterranean temple, making it such a viable weapon to immediately get at some point without having to spawn in with it. When it's pack-a-punched and max rarity, it has an incredible 350 bullets in a magazine, which is just absolutely absurd for a weapon, just being absolutely incredible. It has amazing damage as well, and with the setup we're going to give you, it's just so much fun and incredibly mobile to use. Might not have the highest critical damage of the LMGs in the game, but because it's so easily accessible in the Tomb, it definitely puts it up there. It has really good damage, it's got really good mobility, and it has an insane amount of ammo. I mean, what more could you ask for? Jumping in the loadout, I run it with the suppressor muzzle, reinforced barrel, crossbar underbarrel for that unique ADS, extended mag 4, commando grip, light stock, steady aim laser, and then to help with the recoil, I run recoil springs, but you could also change this up for either rapid fire or FMJ, depending on what you want. But this SMG might just give every LMG a run for its money in Black Ops 6 Zombies, as the PP919, when pack-a-punched, has an incredible 340 rounds per magazine, being one of the craziest ammo counts for a weapon of this size and mobility, it is just absolutely insane. From a pure damage as well as mobility factor and speed, you aren't really going to find a gun that does it any better than this. It is just an insane amount of ammo. It feels like you have a mini LMG in your hands, but it has the mobility of an SMG. If you can hit critical shots with Deadshot Daiquiri, it is 10,000 damage to a normal zombie, which is amazing considering how small this thing is. And I've heard a lot of comments from you guys where you've really had success in zombies using this when it comes to Easter egg completions and boss fights, just because of the sheer amount of ammo you get. Diving into the loadout, I run it with the Kevlar Microflex, the compensator muzzle, but you can swap this out for the suppressor, CHF barrel, extended mag 2, commando grip, balanced stock, Strelok laser, and then recoil springs as the fire mod, but you can swap this for FMJ or rapid fire depending on what you're feeling, but this will help reduce that recoil a little bit, keeping you deadly accurate for those criticals. But if you're looking for a super reliable assault rifle in Black Ops 6 Zombies, look no further than the XM4. Over the course of several seasons, this thing has definitely seen a little bit of a buff within Zombies, where it is now one of the best assault rifles to use. When fully upgraded and max rarity, it has 200 rounds per magazine, which is absolutely incredible, and given the mobility that you get with this thing, it is just a really good combination. This is available as a wall buy on all maps in Black Ops 6 Zombies, so you can't really go wrong with this thing. Jumping into the loadout, I run it with the suppressor muzzle, CHF barrel, Ranger 4 grip, extended mag 3, light stock, Strelok laser, and then recoil springs, but you can swap that for rapid fire if you choose to. But one of the most underrated assault rifles in Black Ops 6 Zombies, which Treyarch have buffed in recent patches, is the GPR-91 Assault Rifle. I have seen so many people recommend this over the last few weeks, and for really good reason. It has incredible damage, it has a really good fire rate, and when fully max papped and at max rarity, has 120 bullets per magazine. When it comes to pure damage from the assault rifles, this is definitely at the top of the class. It's got amazing mobility, great handling, and it has very little recoil, so it's a really easy gun to use and a really reliable one. It might just be the most slept on weapon in Black Ops 6 Zombies, so I definitely recommend you give it a go in a future game because you will not be disappointed. Jumping into the loadout, I run it with the Kevlar Microflex, suppressor muzzle, long barrel, lightweight foregrip, extended mag 2, quick draw grip, fast motion laser, and then the NATO 5.56 FMJ fire mod rounds, as it already has an incredibly fast fire rate, and this will just help you penetrate even more zombies and bosses, especially from further ranges. Another incredible assault rifle in Black Ops 6 Zombies is the AS Val. It's maxed out at Pack-a-Punch level 3 and the highest rarity. It has 135 bullets per magazine, and it has an absurdly fast fire rate. In terms of critical damage, it is just below the best ranking AR in its class, but that fire rate definitely adds to why this might be the most viable assault rifle to use in Zombies. It's got incredible mobility, amazing handling, it's super fast and agile, and it just hits like a truck. And it is really good to use on maps like the Tomb and Citadel Day more, as in Citadel you can buy it straight off the wall. Jumping into the loadout, I run it with the Kevlar Microflex, the suppressed long barrel, Ranger 4 grip, extended mag 3, ergonomic rear grip, combat stock, steady aim laser, and rapid fire to make it one of the fastest firing weapons in the game. But if you're looking for the strongest weapon in Black Ops 6 Zombies, then you have to use the Frostline Sniper. At max rarity at Pack-a-Punch level 3, it has the highest damage of any weapon in the game, able to do 83,000 critical damage to an elite with one single shot. What makes this so unique is it is the strongest weapon in the game, but it also is one of the faster firing snipers in the game, making this a really viable weapon to use for high round games that just run around and just snipe hordes and hordes of zombies. It has very little delay between shots, allowing you to just put a ton of damage down into hordes of zombies. Because it's so strong, it's going to penetrate those waves as well, taking even more hordes down, allowing you to be as effective as possible. With this build, you get 18 rounds in a magazine before you need to reload, and there's just no denying it is just so fun to use. And because it has such a quick fire rate, it is very viable to very high rounds. On top of that, it's just such a satisfying weapon to use as well. Diving into the loadout, I run it with the Kevlar Microflex, the suppressor muzzle, reinforced barrel, lightweight pad, extended mag 2, quick draw riser, balanced stock, and target laser. But another extremely fun, powerful weapon to use use in Black Ops 6 Zombies is the SVD Sniper Rifle, where when Pack-a-Punch gains a brand new ability where it becomes a sniper shotgun that gets a super unique circular crosshair, allowing you to just hip fire this thing, where it doesn't even feel like a sniper rifle at that point. It feels like a shotgun, but it has the range of a sniper, which is just super unique. It's really fun to use and has really good critical damage when you are super precise. However, out of all of these sniper rifles available in the game, this is definitely the slowest firing one and potentially the weakest, but it's still absurdly strong. It's the best of both worlds to have what feels like the ASG shotgun, but in a sniper rifle with extra range. Diving into the loadout, you want to run it without the optic to get that shotgun crosshair, the suppressor muzzle, reinforced barrel, lightweight handguard, extended mag 2, commando riser, combat stock, steady aim laser, and rapid fire. But one of the best new weapons introduced with Season 2 on the Tomb exclusively is the upgraded ice staff. Now, this might be surprising to see on this weapon list, but in terms of using this, it is absolutely the only weapon that will get you to round 999 on this map. It is absolutely incredible. It does infinite damage and is incredibly overpowered for taking out hordes and hordes of zombies, regardless of what round it is. It is 100% the high round weapon that you're going to want to use. It's not bad when it comes to taking out elites as well, and it's one of those weapons that is definitely going to be a support weapon that you'll want to run on the Tomb every single game, because it's able to slow down everything, slowly tick damage on elites where it will do 5,000 damage a tick. And for the Tomb's boss fight as well, you are going to want to use this thing. It is just without question the best support weapon in the game. The main ways you want to use it is simply by charging down a charge shot until you see the chamber near the top of the staff start to just aggressively animate with this lever being pushed up and down in the staff, knowing that the charge is ready. But I think this might be the best wonder weapon in the game now, hands down, because it is just so easy to use. It has so much ammo, especially if you combine it with stuff like Vulture Raid. It's just incredible. Moving on to a gun that needs no introduction, it is the ray gun. You can always rely on the ray gun in Black Ops 6 Zombies, and it is still up there as one of the best weapons to use in the game, and it is really good to use on maps like the Tomb, but especially on Citadel Daymore, where it's actually one of the strongest weapons to use against the Guardian boss fight, period. This is not a weapon that I'd recommend you use for the Tomb boss fight unless you're using it to take out elites, because the boss itself cannot take any damage from the ray gun or explosives, so definitely used as a weapon to take out zombies, which it is very, very good at. Any slight downsides to the ray gun is its fire rate is just a little slow at times, but I'd say depending on what map you're running it on and what situations you're using it for, that might not necessarily always be a problem. And for the final gun in this video, it is going to be the jet gun, which is exclusively on Liberty Falls. Now, you might think this might be a bit of a cop-out and it's another wonder weapon in this list, but just like the ice staff, it has some very unique properties where it will do infinite damage forever, and as long as you know how to use it properly, you'll be able to get to round 999 on Liberty Falls with ease with this weapon. And it's just incredible because when it is triple pack-a-punched, it will do incredible damage, insta-killing any zombie that gets in its way. And if you use this strategy here on top of the Alamo, and you just very, very slowly just keep using the main trigger ability on the right, you will never run out of ammo with this thing, and you will always be insta-killing normal zombies and pumping in damage slowly to things like manglers. This strat does take a little bit of getting used to, but this sort of strategy just goes to show you how strong a weapon like this is, as it just has infinite damage and it has infinite ammo because it replenishes its ammo over time, so you don't need to buy ammo for it. It's amazing. I think on paper it's obvious that this thing is an incredible weapon, but you might not necessarily be using it to the most beneficial and efficient way possible, which is to just very, very slowly hold down the trigger and let go after a few seconds. So you're just squeezing it almost, just using a few seconds of the jet gun at a time. And as you can see, the ammo will just always stay very, very high, and you'll never ever need to use that left trigger combination that just blasts anything in its path unless you're in a real tight scenario. That rounds up the top 20 best guns to use right now in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Make sure to subscribe to not miss out on future videos like this once the meta changes, as nearly 70% of you watching are not subscribed, and I'd hate for you to miss out on these videos in the future.